Hello there friends, it's Ashley here from the Loopy Lamb, and today I want to show you a finishing technique called the invisible join. Now this is a great technique for amigurumi and finishing off those pieces that are done in the round because it kind of helps eliminate that height difference between your last stitch and your first stitch of the round, and I'll show you how to do that. So you can do this with pretty much almost any project that's done in the round. I have part of an amigurumi piece here, and I've done my last round, and I've completed my last stitch. And so this is when you're doing your last stitch is when you're going to utilize this technique. It also can be used for when you're wanting to change colors in amigurumi, and I'll show you how I do that in another video. So as I said, I've just finished my last stitch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my yarn, and I'll leave probably a tail of maybe 4 to 6 inches here. Okay, I'm going to cut my yarn, and I'm going to pull that working yarn through my stitch like this. Then I'm going to take my tail and thread it on to a tapestry needle. So it's all threaded onto the tapestry needle. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using our yarn to replicate the first stitch of the round. Now to do that, you're going to take your tapestry needle and skip the first stitch of the round and go under both strands of that V on the top here. See how we've got front and back loops there? We're going to take our tapestry needle and go through that stitch under both strands. Okay, we're going to pull that from front to back all the way through. Okay, we're going to tighten that up. Don't want to pull it too tight or else you're going to get a cinch like that, and that's not what we're looking for. You just want it to look natural but be taut enough that it literally is just replicating that first stitch. Now we've got the first part of that stitch replicated. Now we need to replicate the back loop. To do that, we're going to take our tapestry needle, and this is the last stitch of our round. We're going to put the tapestry needle through the top center of the stitch and under the back loop only. Okay, so I'll do that again. In through the top of the stitch, from front to back, under the back loop only. And then we're going to pull that yarn all the way through. Okay, and we'll pull that a little tight. And there we go. It's a little sloppy because my yarn tail from when I did this round is kind of poking out there. But you can see I have replicated that first stitch and it looks like a V. Now, if I were to just leave this as it is, it will come unraveled. It will start to loosen over time. So what you would do is you would weave in your end, and I'll turn this inside out just for ease of viewing here. So I'm now working on the inside of my project. I've got my tail still on my tapestry needle, and then I'm just going to weave in the end. I like to go in through the post of that last stitch of the round in the row below it. That helps really to just keep it taut there. Okay, again, sorry about the tail of the yarn there, but you can see now that it's woven in that little bit, and I would just continue to weave this in through my project as I would with any other tail I need to weave in, and then that would be sufficient in holding it into place. And then just coming back to that join, I've worked this completely in the round. There were no joined rounds in this whatsoever, and you can see that I've got a really clean line. It has really evened up those two edges, where normally if I hadn't done that join, the right side here would be slightly higher than the left. But that join just evens them out, and I've got a nice, clean, even surface all the way around, all at the same level. And that's how you do the invisible join. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to help you and answer any questions that you may have. And if you enjoy free crochet patterns, please check out my blog, theloopylamb.com. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. Thanks so much for watching, friends. Happy hooking, and I'll see you next time.